Alright, blue-white historic. For those that don't know what that magic keyword stands for, historic spells are legendary creatures, artifacts, and planeswalkers. So we have Raff, the ship's mage here, that gives all your historic spells flash, which is kind of sweet. Legendary sorceries don't count as historic spells, right? So I can't flash in this, which is a little bit sad. We have some Lyras and some Shalais here and some other top end. We got a smattering of different planeswalkers. We also have a variety of good utility lands between Field of Ruin and Mobilized District, one of the real upsides to playing a two-color deck here. Oh, they're legendary. Yeah, I think you're right, actually, right? This will give this... Yeah, because legendary things are... Okay, sweet. Alright, let's dive on into some matches and see how this one goes. If I recall correctly, the person who submitted this said they played this into Mythic this season, so I'm interested to see how that goes. See what this looks like. We're playing Negate over Veto because our deck has a bunch of colorless lands in it. Never didn't have it.
Right on schedule.
I think I just bounced this.
No, I am not.
Effectively lets me draw an extra card. Shouldn't you planes on one in case you draw Glacial Fortress? Yeah, that's a good call. I agree with that assessment. Teferi also lets us instant speed this, which is nice. Narset's a little bit punishing for bouncing our own Fibbles. We didn't get to attack him this turn. They got a lot of planeswalkers themselves. Yeah, this is probably going to be a matchup where Ruinous Blast isn't particularly relevant. Avokist's Wrath.
I'll protect you. Let's take it back.
Freckless and ill-refined.
Is this sweet? Like, they don't have that many instant sorceries, and preventing damage isn't really relevant. How greedy is the opponent's mana base? The Esper decks usually have a minimum of 2 basics in them. Sometimes they play more than that, but usually 2 is the minimum.
You show remorse, I'll show respect. I've got time. This might be a bad idea. Hold that thought.
Search for Azcantha's legendary. Yep, we are officially playing Hearthstone on stream.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes.
Yeah, our blasts are basically textless cards here. They might have heroes somewhere. Maybe. I have double Field of Ruin in play to deal with the Search for Azcantha though, so that's nice. We'd really love to draw a Mobilized District. Mobilized District would be great here.
I am not going to sit this one out. Keep up the pace.
Let us hammer down their planeswalkers really nicely. Yeah, man, that turn bouncing my Fblthp just got so punished by this Narset.
time for a break.
I'm not deploying another threat to the table because my opponent has a Gaea's Wrath that we gave them. So, like, if I play Tomik or Lyra, they're just going to Gaea's Wrath. That's true. That's true. In Hearthstone, you can draw extra cards at least. There's, like, some cruel parallel dimension Hearthstone. It's not been a kind day for the memes so far, chat. It's not been a kind day for the memes. The memes are having a rough one. Alright. Let's cut all of those. Blink seems fine. Mass manipulation seems great. I guess we're bringing in Ashiok. I guess. We do have Crafty Cutpurse for Escape Shift, which is funny. Yeah, our tools definitely don't line up super well into what our opponent's doing. Yep. Yeah, Elder spell's pretty good against us. Shalai's actually great in that aspect, right? She keeps Elder Spell from targeting all of her stuff. Yeah, I'm doing Yarok first thing in the morning, so that way it doesn't get pushed out if anybody cuts the line. Stay out of my hand. Man, I hope they Thought Erasure again. No, JK. 2 turns I want them to Thought Erasure.
This isn't a fight you can win.
So, even if they plus here, I can animate Mobilized District and then hit them. Or like, just being a sweet bad tempo deck this game. Our negates and our captains.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Yeah, that's fine. This kills her in the air.
It's us or them. The right we are the future.
Wow, they looted away a Teferi.
The future is lost.
Shalai and Tomik both have flash thanks to the ship's mage. Gobble gobble. Man, Mobilized District is good in this deck. Yeah, Raff was really awesome. Wob 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 wob.
I am not going to sit this one out. Oh, I've done the hero thing before. It's only a matter of time.
We are in match 1, game 2 with this one, alert. So they never actually deal damage here, so they don't gain any life with this. You got him! Fblthp Slade. I assume we'll see bounce Oath, play Oath, shoot one of my things.
Try this.
And it's been a while since I played with Mobilized District. This card is so good. Creature lands are great. Yeah, they added Cry. They added animations to Cry and Lava Coil. Alright, they drew a Command the Dreadhorde here, but their life total is pretty low. Been hammering them pretty good. Cold Shoulder, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, Shambling Vents and Fumarole. Takes me back. Makes me feel things. Yeah, Massacre Girl got an animation too, the last one. Actually. We've not played Massacre Girl on stream yet, actually. 6 mana Teferi, yep.
Here we go.
Are you dead yet? Stop trying to tap my district. Kill you. That went much better than the game where they played Narset and we couldn't do anything. Weird. Does Mox make District cost less? I don't believe so. I believe District says creatures and planeswalkers. If I recall correctly. It might be right to hold up Negate here. Against the threat of like 3 mana Teferi and such. They've been to Thought Erasures. They must have a 3 mana planeswalker or they're digging for a land. Well, Narset at least means I get to hold up Negate next turn, so that's nice.
Sloppy technique.
So hopefully they down tick this Narset, grab something, and then try to play the next one and we negate it. Sure. Sure. So, we're actually going to be in a pretty okay spot here then. I get to flash in the Mage, kill the Narset, and then untap Teferi, start drawing some cards, like hold Negate / Blink Up.
train harder.
Let's skip to the good part.
Let's skip to the good part. Yeah, Dubs Negate here in a pretty commanding position. We could definitely lose from here, but I feel like we're ahead. Yeah, if they don't give us something to negate, we can flash in Fibbles as well, which is great.
You may regret that choice.
I think this is worth negating.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Oh, I've done the hero thing. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Is it crazy to blink this Teferi? I feel like I could also just try and like beat him using combat. I feel like burning in a gate on this is wrong. I think I'd like to just try and beat him inside of combat. I guess any removal spell means that I don't get to beat him inside of combat though, which is awkward.
A curious choice.
Oh, that's awkward. I guess I can chuck in Karn and then field them.
Right on, hurry.
Well, I mean, let's start there and make them make their move. Oh, right, they plus their thing, right?
I'm known for my excellent timing.
So they have a D-Spark in exile currently.
You need to take a timeout.
So this shuffles the Karn away. I mean, like, am I beating a sustained source of card advantage?
Let's try this.
Yeah, this just feels like a good example of why decks like this are kind of neat, but just like this card being in the format makes them just pretty unplayable. Just like all of our play and all of our counterplay is just, you know, nullified by the fact that this card exists. It's just like really uninteresting and kind of frustrating. As I think decks like this one we're playing are really neat. They just like, you know, these decks like this one exemplify some of the best things Magic has to offer. And this card just like says, nope, that's not what we're into anymore.
protect you.
Warrior Queen Necromancer.
This is each player rate. Yeah.
You know what?
Tomik does not stop skip shift. He stops, what's it called? He stops Nissa from making things into lands, but, yeah, just very dead here. Yep, if we, you know, had actually gotten to play kind of our Magic cards the way they were intended when they were printed, we would have been okay there, but alas, we couldn't, so we were not. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed best of 3, it's definitely a channel for you. We play a ton of different decks every day. And we always change decks, usually every 60 minutes to 2 hours, so you get a lot of variety in the stream. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to all my wonderful subs out there. I wouldn't be here doing it without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my very wonderful sponsors here. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series, a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Western United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG Series. BCW Supplies are the only ones I trust to protect my physical trading cards using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards work with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off the top. And, of course,
don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
how long for the new ads? We need to sit down and we brainstorm them a little bit, but we haven't put anything together yet. I need to poke Mike and Matt about that. Have some fun filming those. Have a good one, Slayer. I think I'd like to get Dovin down here to prevent them from playing, like, Root this turn. Blood Sun, sure. Weird. So they're playing Grazer in a not... They're playing Grazer in a, I guess they're still a ramp deck? They're just like a Golos deck?
And I have just the trick for this.
Hey, Coast Left, sorry about that. Oh, it must have been a little while back. I don't see a notification, Coast. Did you share a notification sent through? That's not on any rate. Welcome back. The Hallowed Fountain does enter untapped for no life.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
So, like... So, like, the last time we've played Ruinous Blast, I kind of had a similar experience, too, where, like, my opponents keep, like, playing things that make me... My opponents keep playing things that I would like to exile, but, like, they're all just happen to be legendary, so it's like, it's not actually doing anything. It's a big boy.
Keep up the pace.
Also a legendary boy.
I'm well equipped to deal with nuisances like you.
Hold that thought.
So I might as well Ugin, because Ugin can't kill Golos anyways, because it's colorless and legendary. Bowser Koopa coming in hot for the 24th month. Thanks for the 2 years of support. Welcome back.
Sorry I'm late. No time for a break. Here we go.
So at end of turn, I can Ruinous Blast to exile the Blood Suns and then get in there with Mobilized District. Wow, they're on all 4 Lotus Fields, huh? And they can activate Golos this turn. Because fields make white-black, and then they have red-green-blue. Okay, well that did a whole lot of nothing. We've not, Burgle. Various Blood Sun decks have been running around, though. Oh! Oh, I could have countered their Kiora activation with this. They're dead, right? Hey, D20 Bandit, thanks for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So we go tuck you in.
Not so fast.
Animate. Animate. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I guess Ashiok stops Golos from searching their deck. I guess. Is this a matchup where I even want Ruinous Blast? Is this a matchup where I want Ruinous Blast? I'm not sure that it is. I guess it exiles the Phoenix, but I don't really care about the Blood Sun. It cleats up Greaser, yeah. Rest of this seems okay-ish. Dovin Handa control doesn't seem particularly exciting either, though. Maybe I'd rather have Negates and a Mass Manipulation. Give it a try. Hey, Hanzo, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. Hope your Wednesday is going swell. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, if we knew there was another Wanderer on top of our deck, we probably would have bought one of those. Grey Wolf coming in hot for the 3rd month in a row. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope your Wednesday is finding you well. Mr. Fungi, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome. The gift of speech returns to me to continue my distraction from work. Happy to distract. It's a good clean answer to Cavalier here.
Let's get started. Let's cut you down to size.
If you're on my August 10 on Esper Mill, 10 out of 10 I can. Thanks for the support. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana here. I would love to exile your draw 3.
I won't see you later.
Trust, hurry!
Does anybody know, is there arena downtime tomorrow or Friday? I'm like trying to plan my stream and I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have downtime before the weekend to add the event queue. The Khan Father coming in hot with the entire year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thank you for the very generous tier 3 at that. Let's get you that sword to go with your shield.
Enough!
Man, the Wanderer ended up being much better than I was expecting it to be in this matchup, huh? Sure.
See you around.
She kept our Teferi alive there too, huh?
Let's skip to the good part.
Let's skip to the good part.
I speak softly, but I carry a big sword. I must hold still.
Yeah, the Wanderer was a 3-for-1. It exiled 2 of their threats. And more importantly, kept Teferi alive. Wow, they missed on Bond of Flourishing. That's incredibly unfortunate. And like, she comes down again here and then protects Teferi from getting burned out again, which is sweet. The Karn father learning they have to be quick on the sword. think if we get to their end step without them playing out anything else that's meaningful, we'll kick this with Blink. Finally got to the 12 Creamovic stream. Thanks for shipping your Beza bucks back this way again. I appreciate it. Welcome. Get you a sword to go with that shield. Sweet. And they played this out as a 3-3, so the Wanderer couldn't bounce it. And I've got a Shalai here, which is great. So I assume they'll activate this in response to get a Lotus Field, which turns these into 3/4s. That's fine. That's one less 3/4 that can attack this turn. Sweet. Let's plus this up.
We need to move quickly.
We need to move quickly.
I know my responsibility. I've got time.
Yeah, the game where we actually get to like use our spells. A lot more intriguing than when our opponent has this locked out with what's it called? The Teferi hero of Dominaria has just been absurd every time we've drawn it, believe it or not, so there should probably be more than one copy of this in our deck. Card's real good, believe it or not. Yeah, between Crisis and Rejuvenator, it might be right to leave some blasts in here, right? It could. I could see that.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I have practiced to hone your prowess.
I definitely am like sitting here wishing I had a blast in my deck right now.
This might be a bad idea.
Dracusev. That's terrifying. So they get to play Golos and activate Golos this turn. If you type punt in chat, the bot asked me to time you out. So we can still dole those out, okay? Don't let it go to your head now. Did we just die? No, wait, they don't trample, right? They don't trample? They don't trample. That's such a poorly designed card. Ashiok coming in clutch there. Think we're gonna chump block and save Narset here, probably. This has trample naturally. Oh, really? You're gonna let me chump block and save both my creatures? Oh, no, they're just guaranteed killing Narset. Got it. Alright, so let's save here. Let's save Hero of Dominaria. I think we're gonna let Hero of Hearthstone die here. Yeah, I definitely should have left,
Overwhelming.
I definitely should have,
No time for a break.
I should have left the Exile Legendary spell in. Ashiok's minus, making these into 1/2s is pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Definitely gonna put Ruinous Blast back in. Have I considered drawing spells? That seems like a strong line. I might consider it for next turn. We have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've had 9 spells and 23 cards. Remember when we were playing a deck where drawing lands was almost good? To be fair, they have double Bloodstone in play. So if we were playing a field deck, we probably wouldn't be having that good of a time right now. Weird that they didn't attack with this. Oh, because they put 2 lands in their bid from Cavalier, so they can make this a 3/4, right? That makes sense.
Farewell.
Time is much more malleable than people think.
It's like a 1/2 hard removal spell. Tuck it, and then mill it. Shrinks the Reclaimers down again. Yeah, Ruinous Blast probably would have been game winning. She requires green to pump, so 0 is the answer, unfortunately. Ashiok does not exile Nexus, no. I'm gonna concede here. Not only have we drawn a lot of lands, but I foolishly boarded out Ruinous Blast because I wasn't quite sure what their deck composition looked like. So, let's get these back in here. Golos, Cavalier, and Worms. Negate's probably not very good here. Do I want Honor Guard? I might want Honor Guard. I could see that being okay. Yeah, the body not doing anything is definitely relevant. Melody seems better than Wanderer. Wanderer was absurd last game. They have Rekindling Phoenix and Cavalier of Thorns and Worldspine Worm, not Worldspine Worm, Ravager Worm. They have so many things with this card exiles. And they have random burn spells that could otherwise finish off my other Planeswalkers. This card was excellent last game. I'll put the Melodies in. They're reasonable against Hydroid Crisis. Pretty decent in terms of resource efficiency. Sure. Yeah, our hand's definitely super slow, but, the opponent's deck's not super aggressive either, right? So it's kind of just It's, not a big deal. Beast to Burden. Most I have been committed to anything, ask my exes. Thanks for the 5 months of support. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
I love to make a splash.
Yeah, Kiora is very good with Lotus Field, for sure. What does the opponent do against Mono Red? I would assume die horribly is the answer. I think I'm exiling Krasis plus their Blood Suns here and then hitting this for 3. That's not quite strictly true anymore, dude. Like, there were 2 or 3 people that registered it in the MPL for this week, and Autumn registered it last week, and they got to the finals. I've definitely seen a distinct uptick in red decks in the last couple weeks since the MPL stuff started. Dying horribly is a specialty of mine. Yep. Gobble, gobble.
One drop ripples and grows.
Yep. Yes, we should get to Calamity Day. This is our second match with this one. And if we die, it'll probably be the last. I don't really want to bounce their worm. Bouncing all of their stuff kind of sucks here. I guess I'm playing this. Just use our health tool as a bit of a resource here. You steal the worm with manipulation, it'll still have haste. Yes, it should. You have to have a legendary creature in play to blast, or a planeswalker burgle. It's a legendary sorcery. Yep. So they have 6, 7, 8, 11 mana this turn, technically. No blocks. You'll be shocked to know that I've never cast a legendary sorcery before. They don't exactly make the cut in Modern, do they? Please just play a bunch of stuff that dies to Ruinous Blast. Please play a bunch of stuff that dies to Ruinous Blast. Well, that drew them 3. The opponent's deck is not an established archetype, no. They draw a counterspell, because they untap this, so. Just have a random double black card in their deck. Interesting. Well, I mean, depending on how many payoffs they have here, we could still be in this. Our hand is okay. Yeah, historic spells are only require you to have the legendary thing when you put them on the stack, not when they resolve. It's not like an intervening if clause where, like, if you remove the condition, it goes away. Yep. Yep. Last opponent's deck was sweet. So this felt like it had 2 primary issues in it. The first is that this card's just not very good in the format. There's just so many planeswalkers and miscellaneous legendaries that exist that this card just isn't a true sweeper enough of the time. Like, even the aggro decks have a smattering of legendaries in them. The other thing is that blue and white just doesn't have the tools in this format to really be a great controlling deck. I like not having ways to kill planeswalkers and not having ways to like deal with creatures efficiently just feels really clunky and meh. Like there's not a compelling reason to like not be in Jeskai or like not be in Esper. Both Esper and Jeskai Friends are decks that are like Esper Control and Jeskai Friends are both decks that I've liked, but on the fringe of the format for a little bit. Let's wrap things up today with a little bit of